I call the next part of the Dinner Special podcast the pressure cooker. I'm
Okay.
going to ask you 7 fast and fun questions that listeners want to know your answers to.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Well, number 1, which food shows or cooking shows do you watch?
Top Chef.
Yeah.
And Top Chef is my favorite. Chopped can be good and bad. Good and
Okay.
bad.
Number 2, what are some food blogs or websites we have to know about?
Oh, wow. I follow so many. Food 52 is great because they feature blogs from all over, and so
Right.
it's a great way to really get introduced to a lot of different kind of blogs.
Yes.
One of my favorite blogs is My Name Is Yeah.
Okay.
And although she just got married, so I don't know if the blog is going to be the same anymore. Her photography is really great. I really enjoy her photography. And the things she makes is very fun. It's very kind of just messing around and fun flavors and just fun things,
Yeah. Cool. Number 3, who do you follow on Pinterest, Instagram, or Twitter that make you happy?
Oh my gosh. Well, once again, I follow a lot of bloggers on Pinterest
Yep.
and on Instagram. I don't actually have Twitter. Um, there's this one blogger I follow on Pinterest or Instagram. I don't like dogs very much. I'm very much a cat person.
Okay.
But her name's Adriana, and her blog is called A Cozy Kitchen.
Yep.
And she has photos of her little corgi, and sometimes she'll have photos of like, a nicely styled, shoot with food, but then her dog is actually like eating something in the corner, and it's adorable, and
Yeah.
it kind of makes me want a dog. So that always brightens up my day.
Just kind of, but not totally.
Not enough because
Yeah.
like it's still a dog and
Right. Right. Okay. Number 4, what is something all home cooks should have in their pantry?
like a food item.
Well, the next question is what ingredient you cannot live without. So,
Okay. So like a tool.
yeah, or
You know what? A scale. A digital scale is 100% what you have to have. Like I know it seems like ooh, only professional you use scales or measurements like that, but really, like cups and things like that are just not they're not cutting it anymore. It's never going to be consistent. It's never precise. If you fill it a little bit more than a cup, you're like, whatever, it'll be fine.
that's
But
totally
like,
me.
yeah, it's not like for some recipes, yeah, it's okay, but for some, it's not.
Yeah.
But with grams, it's so easy. You just like, oh, okay, 76 grams. It's a number.
Right.
And then if you want to half a recipe or if you want to double a recipe, it's just simple. Because I was always really terrible with fractions at school, like so bad. And so for me, okay, a quarter of a cup times 2, all right, yeah, half a cup. Okay, well, 3/4 of a cup times 2. I start to get a little bit
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
So grams for me are just 100% the way to go, and a kitchen scale. So I recommend every person who's into baking, get a
Okay.
scale.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, you already know the question for number 5. Number 5, name one ingredient you cannot live without.
Vanilla beans. Absolutely. Vanilla beans. Or, vanilla paste. It's kind of like very similar. But to me, like, I love vanilla. Like, my blog is called Hint of Vanilla.
Yep.
And I think real vanilla beans and real vanilla paste is just such an incredible ingredient. The smell and the taste and that just, oh, it's so amazing. It's so fragrant, so flavorful. And it's such a classic flavor combination.
Yes.
Vanilla can go with anything.
Yep.
So, I think vanilla extract is nice, but the vanilla beans are really, really where you should be investing your money.
Great. Now, the final question, number 7. You kind of alluded to this a little bit earlier on, but what song? Oh, sorry, this is actually number 7. I didn't ask number 6. I'm kind of messing this up really badly today. Okay, well, let's do number 6 first. Number
Okay.
6. What are a few cookbooks that make your life better?
Bouchon Bakery by Thomas Keller. I have used so many recipes in that cookbook. It's unbelievable. I love, as I said it before, I love the detail he puts into all the recipes and all the kind of reasoning behind it. It's not just do this and do that and do this. It's do this because, blah, blah, blah. And
Right.
do that because, and so that gives a lot of knowledge, as well as kind of, oh yeah, you're learning the recipe, but you're learning the ins and outs of it as well as you're doing it.
Right.
And Elements of Dessert by Francisco Magoya is a really cool one. I've used less recipes just because, I mean, there's like hundreds of them in there, and a lot of them are quite pretty difficult, or they
Right.
require really specialized ingredients or specialized tools, which obviously I don't have. But I really love just getting inspiration from those books. Like, I'll look through it and I'll get ideas like, oh, I love those flavor combinations, or I love that idea for that cake or something, and I really get a lot of inspiration just by looking through the pages.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes cookbooks are really good for inspiration, but the recipes aren't always most practical.
Mm-hmm.
And for I think practical recipes, a lot of times I'll just look online. I'll just go on the internet and I'll just like search something out, or look on a blog and find something that's a bit more practical to my time frame or what I have at home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
number 7, what song or album just makes you want to cook?
Oh, oh man, that's a tough one because I normally just put my iPod on shuffle.
Yeah.
But you know what? Um,
What
I
were
think.
what were you listening to when you were making the roast chicken?
Oh, that was Coldplay because Coldplay is one of my favorite bands,
Okay.
and a lot of their stuff is pretty slow. But Viva La Vida, and Milo's Loto, those are two albums that kind of are more upbeat,
Yep.
and especially Milo's Loto. There's some songs in there that are really like kind of dancey songs.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, that's that's probably one of my go-to ones is Milo's Loto by Coldplay.
Cool.
But Coldplay is just one of my favorites, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, congratulations, Megan. You have officially survived the pressure cooker.
Thank you.
You-
It was
you sur-
easier than I thought.
Well, you survived even though I messed up like a billion times.